Welcome to today's informative episode where we'll be talking on the topic of balancing secrecy and privacy in personal relationships. I'm your host, Elle, and with me on the studio today, I'm thrilled to have the altruistic Shay Daisy Okoro with us today. Shay Daisy Okoro is a dedicated public health advocate and physiology graduate from Ibenedion University with a strong commitment to improving health outcomes in undeserved communities. With a deep understanding of human physiology and its application in public health, she has developed a passion for addressing critical health and environmental challenges that can lead to poor mental health. Ladies and gentlemen, my beautiful and lovely viewers, please join me as we welcome the beautiful Sheyi Daisy Okoro. So, not to take much of our time, we're going to delve into the topic balancing secrecy and privacy in our personal relationships. And the first question I have for you, Ms. Shea, is this: what's the difference between secrecy and privacy? And where do we draw the line between secrecy and privacy?
All right, that's a very good start, and that's a very good question. The difference between, first of all, secrecy is intentional concealment.
Hmm.
When you intend to conceal something, covering it up. While privacy is quite different from that.
Okay.
Mm. So I want you to understand the meaning of secrecy first before going into privacy and looking at their difference. And by giving example,
Okay.
let's just say example of secrecy is maybe a patient has HIV. Concealing that, intentionally concealing his HIV status or TB status from his or her partner. That's called a secret.
Okay.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Then privacy is a different matter entirely. Privacy is you not intentionally, could be intention, but it's more of you protecting your personal information, like your biography, your upcoming medical results, maybe expecting a pregnancy result and be like, oh God, I don't want my guy to find out I'm pregnant too. That's your privacy.
Okay.
Telling your doctor, please do not tell my partner. That's a privacy.
Okay.
But concealing something that could be harmful, I'm coming to where you draw the line. Concealing something that could be harmful to your partner is the red line for secrecy.
So one has to do with consciously concealing is something. The other one has to do with consciously withholding an
Holding
information.
formation,
One has
yes.
to be consider hiding an information and withholding an information. Now, down to the next question: is secrecy and privacy justified in a relationship? And if so, what are the benefits to secrecy and privacy to a relationship?
All right, that's a good one. First, depending on the type of relationship.
Okay.
Boyfriend and girlfriend, your secrecy and your privacy is needed.
Hmm.
For married couples, it's not needed
Okay.
because there should be a level of trust before getting married.
Okay.
That when you get married, there'll be transparency between you and your spouse. Then for parent and child relationship, depending on how close that relationship is for a parent and child, the child will want to have 50 to 70% privacy and 50% secrecy from their parents.
Mm-hmm.
Then for siblings, depending on your relationship, there are some siblings that they are like 5 and 6, and there are some that is like 1 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the distance.
Yeah.
So it's depending on the kind of relationship you're keeping. That's what depends on the level of secrecy and privacy you hold.
Okay, now let's go to you talked about the relationship of boyfriend and girlfriend that withholding some secrets and as in secrecy and privacy is healthy for that kind of relation. Can you throw more light on that?
All right.
Expatiate on that.
Keeping your privacy life, like setting boundaries, is good for mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Mental
Yeah,
health,
it is.
setting boundaries in a relationship, it's advisable. When you are dating a boy, you are just going out, getting to know yourselves. You set your boundaries, what you're comfortable to share and what you're not comfortable, lines that should be crossed,
Yeah.
and violations that should not even come to your mind to that it should
You're right. You're
happen.
right. Yeah.
So boundaries should be set.
Mm-hmm.
That's where privacy comes into place.
Okay.
Then for secrecy in relationship, like you, let's say boyfriend and girlfriend, they get having bought lands and developing it without the boyfriend knowing. That's
Okay.
your secret. You could decide to share it later on,
Mm-hmm.
or you could decide not to share it. It
Okay.
depends on you, depending on your relationship also. How close is that boyfriend and girlfriend? Are they in long distance relationship? Are they in Bible relationship? Like
Yeah,
God,
Bible
yes,
relationship.
now I meant I meant church brother and church sister
Yeah,
relationship.
but personally, I feel that as much as you are dating someone, the goal of every relationship should be preparing themselves for marriage. Like, why would you waste your energy and time dating someone when you don't want to, when there's no goal attached to it? Like, there's no purpose, there's no destination. To me, it's like,
Oh, sisterly.
it's
You you have a long way coming.
no, personally, that's like
Normally, that's
my
the norm.
yeah, yeah,
But some girls like to explore. Some guys like to explore.
yeah, yeah. You're right.
So they see dating and dating relationship as somewhere you can just explore and see how good you are.
Mm,
Some date because there are so many reasons different people date. One, which is the most important, some dates to get married.
yeah.
Two, some date for sex.
Mm-hmm.
Three, some dates because of the position of their partner or what they could get
Mm,
from their partner's family or from the partner.
yeah.
So depending on your reason on going into that relationship,
Okay.
that's depending on the level of privacy
And
and secrecy.
secrecy. That's a good one. So I was able to highlight certain things that I feel that when you're dating for the purpose of marriage or you're about to get married, these are things you're supposed to discuss. If you haven't done that yet, these are things, very important things to discuss, because when your partner finds out in marriage, it will look like fraud.
Yeah.
So number one of the most important thing is family background. There's no secret when it comes to family background, and there's nothing about privacy when it comes to family background. That's when I mean family background, I'm trying to say how many siblings do you have? Are you from a polygamous, monogamous family? And what's your financial status in the family? As in, when I mean family financial status, I'm trying to say, is it a rich family, poor family, those kind of stuff. And is there any, family background basically? Village where you are from, what local government, is there like a taboo in your in those kind of things? These are
Yeah.
things you talk about. Another thing that should not be considered secret in a relationship preparing for marriage or a marriage is that number two, trauma. Traumas are like, let me use the word, traumas can be very possessive in that the person might not necessarily be so cranky, but because of the person's past experience, you touch the person, like you touch your wife. Imagine you want to, like, let's say example, or your fiance or whatever, like you want to be feel intimate, but because of where she's coming from and experience, she starts giving you, she's not so,
Anxiety,
she's
fear.
fear, those kind of things, fear, anxiety. She's not open with you, and you feel that this person is acting this way. It can affect, it definitely affects relationships. So if the person has gone through trauma tells the partner, this is what I'm going through and this is what I'm facing, the partner knows how to help you rather than keeping it secret and expecting the person to read your mind to know that I'm not in the mood. It doesn't work. Nobody is God to read your mind. You have to express what you are feeling for your partner to know. The number three reason is red flags and deal breakers.
Yeah.
This one is very important and should not be considered. Like, if you are the type that you cannot deal with, like your deal breaker is cheating, you have to let your partner know. If you're the type that your deal breaker is you are the type that you are not monogamous, you don't hide it.
That's why I said setting boundaries.
Yeah, setting boundaries. You don't hide it. You have to let your partner know that, see, babe or guy, I'm not a monogamous person. I will cheat. I like to cheat. So let the person know beforehand what I'm
I'm a
entering. Like,
cheater
if
for
I enter
life.
this, they tell you. If I enter this marriage, it's me, you, and the world. You get what I'm trying to say? Then another red flag and deal breaker that is quite common. I feel is now like a menace in society. We have a lot of married men that are single, a lot of married women that are single. What do I mean by that? You are married, but you're in your husband's house or your wife's or with your wife, but you're still living like a
Guy.
single guy or single girl. And that is like, I think when you are dating, you see signs and symptoms of those kind of selfishness, this kind of one-sided. I'm all for myself, myself, myself. I'm not the type that'll think about my
And
partner
they
or
use it to
children. And
cover self-love.
hey, you talk you talk this one. Nowadays they call it, but it's like I don't think people even know the meaning of self-love.
They don't.
Self-love it has more to do with your mental states and nothing to like responsibility is different from self-love. These are two different games entirely. Thank you, my love. Another thing to consider to tell your partner that is not a secret whatsoever is spiritual beliefs and faith.
Now you can go on and on and on and on, and we'll still not get to the end of it.
Exactly. So, for example, like there are some churches or religions that do not permit their followers to go out of their sect when it comes to marriage and relationship. So, if you are from that kind of sect or religion, you have to tell your partner that this is where I'm coming from. If the partner is ready to move with you, not that you not tell your partner that I'm good. Let's get married. For example, you're Muslim and I'm Christian. I'm good. Let's get married. And when after marriage, and your partner is there, you know that I'm a Christian. I don't want to convert and all. You be like, okay, no problem. Let's do that. I love you. After marriage, oh yeah, carry your hijab. You must wear this hijab. Follow me to the mosque. That is not nice. As nice. I won't say that's not nice, but that's like you're infringing on the person's. That could cause a whole lot of mental health challenges to your partner and
And could lead
affect.
to trauma.
Yeah, could lead to trauma and affect your relationship basically. Then another one is financial background. Talk throw light on this one.
Like I said earlier, some people date because of what they could get from their
Mm-hmm.
partner.
Yeah.
So imagine a boy and a girl. I've come across so many situations that it's quite funny that I was like, why they're not go and read psychology instead of physiology? Because I'm getting more exposed to these things.
Yeah.
And it's funny why people get married, why they date. Imagine a guy lying to his partner. They dated for 4 years before getting married.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is from a very affluent family, and the lady is also from a very affluent family naturally. So
Yeah.
just because he wanted to, by all means, marry her, he lied, and all the money spent and everything was borrowed and all that. At the end of the marriage, the how will I put it now? The supposed father, that is a billionaire, was now coming to tell them, have a business dealing. I lost the contract and now I am broke. I am.
Contract. Okay.
And now it starts to depend on his wife
Yeah.
and her family. That's why you often hear the statement of the rich marry the rich, the wealthy marry the wealthy.
It's reality. This is not
Because
Hollywood.
if they go down,
one prince will go and marry one. Like you rarely see it in reality. No, it's true now.
no,
It
if they
happens,
go down,
but it's rare.
yes, it's
Uh-huh.
rare. If they go down,
So-
they get trauma from it.
Yeah.
It's not that you can't climb up the ladder or you can't come down the ladder. Love could take you anywhere. Love is something that is still not properly researched. I'll put that.
Yeah.
Love is amazing. It could destroy, could make you. But the essence of love is to build and not destroy. But some people take advantage of love to destroy.
Mm.
Imagine the lady, she fell in love. Okay, she wasn't at first, she was not very conscious of the man's financial background. If not, she could have done an investigation before getting married.
Yeah.
And one thing that is necessary is investigation before marriage.
Please.
Your private investigation, it is necessary to avoid, I wish I had known later
Let
in
me tell
marriage.
you a story. I know during my process of talking to people. There's an email I received on a lady that sent a message to me asking for advice. What was the issue? The issue was that she got married to her husband. In his family, they had a 6-year-old boy, and all through they were dating. All through while they were dating, what they told her was that that boy was their last born, was the youngest son in the family. So all this while she thought that boy was the husband's brother. Only for her to get married. The husband's brother, brought the boy
Mother-in-law.
and brought her, as her mother-in-law brought the boy's things to her house, and she's like, "Why didn't you tell me that we're entertaining Ted as a brothers and sisters now?" And she's like, "It's my son.
Eh?
Why are you telling me this in marriage? It's my son." That's
It's
scam.
vice versa also.
The marriage did not last. That was 6 months, and they packed up. As in, the marriage folded in 6 months.
It's
This
vice
is
versa
how
also.
damaging keeping secrets can do. This is one of like the downsides of keeping things are considered not secret. Things that you're supposed to tell your partner, you hide it as a secret. How damaging it can be. Then the next one is vision and purpose. Where you are going to in life, what you want to achieve in life, what you want to achieve, what you want to, like your vision and purpose, how you see yourself, the kind of home you want to build. These are things you discuss with your
How
partner.
many kids you want to have?
Bam. How many kids you want to have? Those kind of things. These are things you talk about. It's part of your vision and your purpose. Tell your partner, not the one that after we see it a lot. After you marry a woman that is career orientated, she's the type that's ambitious and stuff, only for you to marry her, then you tell her in marriage that you want to open a boutique for her, that she should stop working
That
and
one
all
is
that.
even good. Some will say I will pay you the salary at home.
Stay at home. Stay at home and take care. No, these are things you talk about. It's not. There are some. Fine, that's a very good ideal. If you're a type that you believe that you can take care of your family, let the wife stay home and spend time, take care of you. It's very good. That's a traditional wife. I go for it. I support it too. But these are you don't keep it and be like after I'm the man. I want to tell my no. Tell her before you marry. If she's up for it, it's not a question of debate. If she's up for it, you guys will come to a compromise. Is something that you talk about, not something that you enforce on people. Yeah, all right. That's for that regarding if secrecy and privacy is justified in a relationship. Before we move forward, we have a game to play. We have a game to play. It's
I'm
quite
terrible
easy.
at games.
No, you're not. It's quite easy.
Okay.
It's a trivial question, asking you trivial questions. Now, please, how the rules of the game is we ask you a question and you get to answer truthfully.
Truthfully. Ah, this one pass
Truthfully.
truth or deal.
Truthfully. So, over to you. It's Ope Matsu.
What is something you long believed to be true, but you realize it wasn't?
Hmm. Something I once believed was true. Wait, is this question directed to me or you first?
You.
Oh, okay. Something I once believed to be true. There are a lot of things. So growing up, parents telling me some kind of funny things just to scare you as a child.
Like what?
If boy touch you, don't get below what?
Anyway. Anyway. And I think that's common in African homes. So sorry for the period child. My mom told me that. Hi, mommy. My mom told me that if a boy kiss you, you're pregnant.
Not the same touch.
You can
This
imagine.
is too far.
So if anybody, like, and my mom just said, and if you get pregnant, you will leave my house.
That one is
You will
normal.
leave my omo.
For average African woman. Okay, I believe I've answered that question.
Yes, you have. You have.
Thank God. Let me
Okay.
not think of more embarrassing one.
All right.
What's your super talent?
My super talent. My super talent. I would say I'm clairvoyant. In that, before I'm kind of like an what do I put it? I'm quite perceptive. So before things happen, I always get
Feeling like
this
a
feeling,
hunch.
I always get this, and it's very high in me. So before things happen and stuff, I'm already feeling like way not just that day, like way before that day, I'm already having this feeling of something will happen, and it's not just for something bad. Something is could be either way, good or bad. I just have feeling that something will happen, something good is coming, something
Anyway, thank God I've known you now. You'll be feeling it for me. On my
decoder,
behalf.
DSTV decoder.
What's the silliest thing you've ever done for a date?
For a dear. I mean, I do one from truth or deal. I don't used to do it. What if you see me sitting down there? I will always go for the truth.
You
Yeah.
reschedule.
Ah, Mbano is not me. My friends, if they are watching this, they'll be like, they will always go for truth. She's willing to tell everything about herself. For there, wait, I've done one deal. I think I've done one. No,
Tell us,
I
tell
can't
us,
say
tell
this on
us.
camera though.
Truth, say the truth, say the truth, say the truth,
I
say
can't
the
say
truth.
this.
All right, all right, all right.
Pardon
Okay,
me.
all right. So next question, okay.
What's one thing you're secretly insecure about?
Um, I'm going to talk about my. I'm going to, for the sake of, I can't say what I'm secretly insecure about now. I'm going to talk about something I used to be insecure about in my teenage. You know that time the year in the early 2000s when fake yash and asphalt first came. Yeah, so then I bought one, and I was not like now that I used to be like then I used to be like this. So I bought one, and one time there was this guy then that was like on my case, was trying to woo me and stuff. Then one day
Mm.
I was walking on the road, he saw me, and it was calling me like, eh, it was calling me. So when I turned, I thought he wanted to like, like say something. That kind of next thing he told me was like, he just came to me like, adjust your yansh. Your yansh, like, like, like my mama was like, what's that? Like once I was like this, I didn't wear it properly. So and I've left my house, walked down the road, plus it good. Inshallah at the end, sha. I just threw that thing and I'll go angry and threw it away. That was the end. Yeah. Things people do. Things my gender will do for beauty. All right.
What's the weirdest food combination you secretly enjoy?
Oh, cornflakes and egg.
Away.
Cooked boiled egg.
Conflicts and egg. Like, how does your stomach feel after eating
That's
that
a
kind of
complete diet, babe.
comparison and like animal? All right, all right, all right. So, okay, let's proceed. But how does it taste? Conflicts and egg.
You should try
No, I won't.
it.
Thank you, Ope Matsu, for always being the beautiful you. Thank you. So,
Thank you.
proceeding to our questions on balancing secrecy and privacy in personal relationships. The next question is, how do you navigate secrecy and privacy in a relationship that will not affect your partner negatively or make him or her feel uncomfortable?
How do you navigate secrecy and privacy in a relationship?
Basically, how do you navigate? How do balance it in a way that your
That's
partner will not feel
quite
like you're
tricky.
hiding? Yeah.
Like I said at the beginning, for married couples, there's supposed to be transparency.
Mhm.
I've come across a couple that if the husband is going to see his girlfriend, he tells his wife, he gives her the room number, the hotel, and he goes. The wife will put condom in his pocket for him.
Mhm.
But I don't bring disease for me.
Mhm.
That's their level of trust and understanding before they enter the marriage. Like you're telling the person, I'm a natural shit.
No,
So
this goes to tell us that maybe before they got married, they've already had this
yes,
discussion.
they've had this
So
discussion.
yeah.
So it's good. And for them, their marriage is working. They have
Mhm.
kids, grown-ups, and everybody is doing well. The man is being the head. The security is supposed to provide emotional, financial, spiritual security. He tries his very best.
Yeah.
As far as I've gotten to know them, he tries his very best. So secrecy and privacy, like I said, in marriages, is not supposed to be there.
Okay. So what about in a boyfriend and girlfriend ish? How do you balance it in a way that your partner will not feel like maybe your partner, maybe you are going through some things and your partner comes to tell you that, babe, what are you going through? Tell me. That is basically expect you to share with him. And you don't want to because it's a secret or a privacy. How do you go
Secrets
around it that will
can
not
come in
feel
form
somehow?
of traumas,
Uh-huh.
being abused.
Okay.
got pregnant in the way of being abused, either by a relative or someone you know or someone everybody knows.
Yeah.
It's actually becoming quite often, but it's not really good. It's not advisable. Being abused. So a lady won't, or a young man won't want to say they've been abused.
Mm.
They want to keep it to themselves, trauma. So
Mm-hmm.
it becomes a secret deep in their heart. And also, I've also come across a lady, because of a past mistake, a relative got a handle on her. I
Okay.
threatened her that your fiancé, I will tell him this is what happened if you do not sleep with me.
Mm.
And that was a week before she got married. And that led to her being pregnant.
Mm.
And she kept this secret for more than 10 years, that the first child she had in the marriage wasn't for the husband.
Mm.
So that secret can actually destroy a marriage
Yes, it
if found
can.
out
It can.
wrongly and
Mm.
not her
Telling
telling.
the husband. Yeah.
So traumas can lead to keeping deadly secrets. And having these secrets leads to bad mental health, like anxiety, the fear of it being found, depression, always putting it in your mind that, oh God, this child should not fall sick, that I should need blood donation.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's when they'll find out that, this is not my child, though. Who is the father?
Yeah.
Here you
Another.
get.
Yeah.
And I've also worked in some hospital settings and I've seen genotypes change. One of the child is not, father is AA,
Mm-hmm.
mother is AS. So how did they get an SS?
Oh. Okay. Okay.
You
Yes.
get.
Yes. Yes.
So those things can lead to deadly secrets.
Yeah. With deadly
Traumas,
consequences. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
with deadly
Okay. I
consequences.
get you.
That's one thing about secret. Then privacy. Keeping your privacy is withholding some personal information about you. Boundaries for boyfriend and girlfriend is advisable because if you do not set boundaries, they will overdo it.
Mm-hmm. And setting boundaries is how you tell your partner, this is how I want to be treated. It's how
Yes.
you tell people that this is, it's not just boyfriend, like anybody, be it
Anybody,
siblings,
siblings,
this is
everyone.
you now teaching people how to treat you. This is how I want to be respected. This is and this is it. So setting boundaries doesn't make you rude. Setting boundaries doesn't make you harsh or whatever.
No,
You
it
just have
doesn't.
to, it just shows that this is how I want to be treated.
This is
This is
what
how I
I can
like to be
tolerate.
respected. This is what I can tolerate. Please deal with me the way I want you to deal with me.
Yes.
Yeah. Personally, towards this question on how do you navigate secrecy and privacy in a relationship that will make your partner not feel like you are withholding, not feel left out. Personally, I would say if you're not in the mood, maybe you are presently like my case scenario. Personally, I feel like a good way to navigate privacy and secrecy in a relationship that will make your partner not feel left out, using the case scenario I mentioned where the lady or the guy is feeling down and the partner says, what are you babe, what are you feeling like? Can you share with me? And you're not in the mood to talk about it. Rather than saying, I don't want to talk about it, whatever it's better to put it rudely, better to say because the person, like it or not, the person did not being do you. You understand? You don't have to be not carry the tension and the whole aggression and face your partner.
That is one thing about
That's
trauma.
that is yeah, that's one negative side to trauma, but that is something that is undeserved. You are destroying your relationship. So you should always remember that this person means well for me. Always calm down and tell yourself this person means well for me. You
Okay.
understand? Then tell the person like, babe, I'm not hiding this from you. I'm going to tell you, but I just don't feel like talking about this right now. Can you give me some time to sleep on it? I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you about it. There's no definite time. You understand? I'll tell you about it, could be next week. I'll tell you about it, could be next year. But that's more acceptable to make the person feel like, okay, this person considers me as somebody special. I'm not like the rest of the world. I'm special to this person to want to tell me his trauma or what he's going through, but he's not in the mood right now. I'm going to respect that boundary. And when you're ready, she will tell me. That's her. Tabi, what do you think?
There's something that some persons don't understand about trauma. Trauma comes in different form. A young girl could have been abused by a man. Every boy and man she sees comes as an abuser.
Yeah.
The same thing for the
For
male
a guy,
also.
yeah.
He could have been cheated on like badly to not leave